but you know, feel free to ask any questions you want. Where shall we start? How about here? This is Facebook. This is our page. This is the GGB MOOC course group, which we will be happy to distribute links to. In the top post, you'll find the links to all the material where you select what you want to do on the playlist on YouTube, etc., and the templates. So that's where we've sort of centered the coursework. Right, done with that. Actually, I'm not, because I wanted those links, maybe. This is the drive, the GGB MOOC Google Drive, where you'll find samples of these scripts. Shall we take this one, perhaps? And this is trigonometry and right-angled triangles, and it's just a slide showing, you know, this is the sort of material I would like to present, and this is the sort of order I'd like to present it in. And the idea was that people could then look at each other's work and comment on it. You know, this is known as peer review, and it's very popular nowadays. That didn't happen very much, but Håkan and I sort of reviewed it for the people who did them. Here is a this is what a Google book, oh, sorry, not a Google book, a GeoGebra book looks like. It's a collection of materials, and it's just a bit of a text. It's a content that is repeated out here, and it's divided in chapters. So clicking next, you go to chapter 1, and you see the different GeoGebra objects present in chapter 1. And what we put there are some templates and some examples of how to use the templates. I'll be showing those shortly, but this is what a GeoGebra book looks like. I've found that not all these things actually work very well unless you sometimes have to click the view as a Java applet link down there. Sometimes you have to do that, and I find that for my own case I have to click it all the time to get things to work. Or I can rescale the window, yes, there was something like that, but you know, there's some little bug there. Okay, so what about all these so-called templates? What are we actually trying to do? Well, yes, anytime.
This Google Drive place,
yes,
is it open for everyone?
Yes, it's open to everyone. Oh, right, sorry. Ask Håkan. Templates, right. Apart from network people, Icelanders, how many of you have actually done GeoGebra? Yes, good. Well, been in there, constructed something. Yeah, Freya's watching you. How many found it easy? Okay, good, very good. Because I find that a lot of my teachers find it initially difficult. So I've been thinking, how can I make things easier? One of the ways to make it easier is to have templates. So this is one, and you know, this is rescaled because of the projector. It doesn't really look quite like this on its own. But you can see that it says something like instructions there, and I've been told that Icelandic people can understand Swedish. Click next, the right button for next instruction. So this is basically where we use both the graphic windows, but we use the other graphic window to house comments. And if you click these buttons, you will move along the comments. You don't actually see any objects out here. It's because they're hidden. They're labeled as auxiliary objects, but if you click on that button, you can see them. And there's a variable called inum, and anything you put in here, you can decide when it will appear. Will it be from instruction 5? Will it be between instruction 8 and 13? And so on. As an example, we shall have a look at one which looks a bit like this. It actually has a spreadsheet here, but I'm going to close that to make it slightly more visible. And this is about second degree equations. I'll try to zoom that out a little bit. Something like that, I shall see. So it says a general second degree function is controlled by parameters a, b and c, etc. Try to vary a. Now in order to vary a, you have to find it. It's somewhere down there, but it's stuck in the window, so I'm not sure if I can find it. But we go on and click here. We try to vary C, so there's another slider coming up, but they're out of range currently. Then suddenly we talk about the vertex, and the vertex comes up. We talk about the zeros, and the zeros come up, etc. So this is a way of presenting something that initially, if you had everything on the screen at once, it would be too confusing. So this is a way of presenting material in a linear fashion. And having made a template with instructions, we hope that teachers can put other material, use this template to make learning objects. I will show you one of the ones that actually come from the course. If I can find it. I shall see how this works in this resolution. Here's the trigonometry thing. Doesn't quite work. There you get the slider, and you can change that, and you can see that even though the length of the sides change, these fractions remain the same. And there's a running commentary, and you get more, and now you can try with different angles and see what happens. No matter the angle, it stays the same. And so the concept of trigonometric functions are introduced. He's also sort of invented a thing of his own, this guy. He had small check questions. Which function do we want to use to calculate this thing? And if you press the wrong one, it says, no, wrong answer, and the forward button disappears. So you've got to try again. Ah, right, and now you can go on. So and it looks a lot better in the correct resolution. So that's the instructional template, and I believe I have another one here, which is when you want instructions that aren't linear. So you'd have, say, something that would be activities. First do this, then do that. While you're investigating, check this and that, but really it doesn't have to be linear. It can be either or, in any order. So I've just made a couple of buttons with a bit of programming, and when you click activity 1, you get a row of buttons saying 1.1, 2, 3, etc. and you press 1.2 and you get that particular instruction, and you press the button again and it goes back. And so you can put any instructions here, and of course there are objects saying whether or not a button is on, that you can connect to your object that you put in here. And if you don't know how to do that, you take any object. I'll take this text, right click it high enough to show the object properties line. You go in, and on the advanced tab there's the condition to show object, and that's where all the magic goes. That's where you put enum is larger than or equal to 5 to make it show from instruction 5 onwards, etc. Or this is where you put A1 on to say that this should only be shown when activity A, instruction 1 is showing, etc. Okay, so we had another type of template as well, called the training modules, if you wish. Again, resolution is my enemy, and since I've locked everything, I can't even do that. Right. Okay. This is a problem. Can I try something? Sorry to be extremely technical. Just want to see if this works. Yes, better. Okay, thank you. That's a little better. So this is again quadratic functions, and we have the parameters a, b, and c. Let's start with c. That's simplest. We press new task. So what's c? Quickly, it's 0. Yes, correct. And somewhere just outside of range, you can actually see I got some points for that. Right, new task. Let's see. It's 2. Whoa. Oh, 4 points for that. Right, train A. Now I'm going to leave it to you. I'm going to let you shout this time, okay? So, what's A? What is it? Nope. Minus 2. Try again. What's it now? Yes, 6 points. Very good. What's it now? Yes, excellent. You any good with B? Is it too hard for you? You're the maths teachers. Come on. What's B? It's from -2 to 2, but you just lost. So there's a show answer button that arrives when you run out of time, and it says 2. Okay. Try again, and you're allowed to guess. What's B? Did I hear anything? 2? Yep. So all this functionality is basically made in the template. The only thing that the teachers have to add are some object that is defined from numbers called number A, number B, number C, number D, which are random. And these are random between certain other numbers which you can set, and you need to define the correct answer, and the rest is taken care of. All the points and etc. is taken care of. Show you another example of that.
One question
Yes.
about the timer.
Yep.
Timing.
Yep.
Is there a function for time?
Well, it's an animation with a time step. So no, there isn't a function. But there is actually a function for time, but it's highly technical, so, and I'm not using that. Here's another one. This is based on the same template. So, I mean, we've added a text. That's not too difficult. Instead of second-degree equations, we have a text, which is a dynamic text, obviously, which is locked, so I can't see it. I have to unlock it first, and maybe then I can see it. Yes. So it says, well, it's number A, it's number B, it's number C, it's number D, which are these random values. So it's the same thing, same basic template, but now we use it to solve equations instead. So come on, solve that equation quickly. 1. Wrong. Try again. -1. Yeah. Good. Okay. And you notice that the time is different here because I've set the different something on the slider. Solve that one. Whoops. -1/2. Right. Okay. And again. Okay. Excellent. These texts are can be changed. It's basically a list of texts, and you pick out a random one from the correct list or the not correct list each time. So that's what the templates look like. Did I show you the playing list? This is the playing list on YouTube. There's about 4 hours of material here. The most important being the ones labeled B1 and B2. which are the instructions for how you use the what I call commons file, which is the instructional template, and the practice file, which we just saw. They are about 20 and 30 minutes long, and I speak in English, and I speak real slow so you can understand and try at the same time. And you may want to check up on how to speed up YouTube movies before you go into them. There is a way. But yeah, that's it. That's the technical basis of it all. And we hope that we are, pushing GeoGebra in a direction where we're more focused on long-term content rather than something that you whip up just in front of your class. Have I missed anything? No? Okay.